The holidays are a time when we want to teach our family to reach out to those who need help, and we think we do it to serve others. But author and speaker Bennett has found there are some hidden benefits to the server. Who benefits most, do you think, the giver or the receiver?
Well, I think both benefit, obviously, but I think what we don't recognize is how much benefit we get when we provide service.
So you have some ideas, some different ways that we can benefit from giving service. What's the first way you're thinking?
All right, so the first is we're just happier people when we serve other people. I think we all come away feeling good about ourselves. We feel happy, and this was really reinforced to me when I was in high school. I was involved in the leadership of a program, and as Christmas time came around, we decided we wanted to do something. And so one of the girls in the program said, you know, my church adopted families. I lived in Colorado, so it was down in downtown Denver, and we as a program decided to adopt a family. We adopted the Garcia family. They had 4 kids and then 2 parents. So we got sizes and everything. We started to collect everything for this Christmas. And we got food and we got toys and clothes and everything you could imagine. And Shannon, this other girl, and I showed up at this little Garcia home in downtown Denver on Christmas Eve with literally 2 SUVs full of Christmas. I mean, we had a ton of stuff. And as we walked into their house, I was carrying a stack of presents, like stacked as high as they could go. And we walked into the Garcia home, and I went to sit them down next to their little Christmas tree. And underneath the tree, there were already 2 presents. And I looked on the presents, and there were tags, and they weren't the names of the kids, and they weren't the names of the parents. And so I was just intrigued by it. And so as I walked out, I said, Mr. Garcia, I noticed you had 2 presents under the tree, but who are they for? And he said, oh, those are for our neighbors. He said, they don't have any money for Christmas. And I said, well, you don't have any money for Christmas. And he said, that's okay. He said, we've just found that when we serve people, we're happier because of it, and that makes for a pretty good Christmas.
Yeah.
And that story is just always, it affected me, because I think it's not just during Christmas time. Obviously, during this time of year, we should serve people, but anyone who's ever reached out to somebody else knows that you're happier because of it.
Okay, what's another way that we benefit from having service?
All right, well, number 2 is you're healthier. Actually, you know, the longtime director of the Big Brothers Big Sisters Foundation is named Alan Lusk, and he wrote a book that's called The Healing Power of Helping. And he spent a lifetime studying how there's a health benefit that comes from helping other people. And he's found that there's actually a direct correlation. So 3 specific things. Number 1, your body reduces stress. So any stress-related ailments that you might be having, they improve. Number 2, you reduce pain in your body. So it's like a natural painkiller when you serve people. You have less pain. And number 3, you have a stronger immune system because of it. So actually, a friend of mine, Rich Lighton, and I were talking about this the other day, but you really have those benefits. You will have less stress, you will have less pain, and you will have a stronger immune system when you serve people.
So like an endorphin rush.
Yeah,
it overcomes
exactly.
all that stuff.
Yeah, your body releases these endorphins, and it actually causes your body to have a healthier state of being.
Okay, we got healthier and we got happier. What other benefit comes from giving service?
Okay, the third one's kind of interesting. When I speak to corporations, I actually talk about this, because you will be viewed more as a leader when you serve people. Now, this came from the University of Southern England, or in Southern England, the University of Kent. They did a study down there called the cooperation game. And what they did is they took a large group of people and they gave them a certain amount of money. And then they said, we want you to contribute that money to a common pot. We'll double the size of it and divide it evenly among the people. So they did this several times, and it was called a cooperation game because if people contributed everything, then they would all grow in their money evenly. But ultimately, there were some people who were crafty, who kind of kept their own and then took their portion of the pot in an attempt to get ahead. So they did the cooperation game, they went through that, and afterwards they took the groups and they divided them into small teams, and they had the teams elect leaders. And 89% of the leaders who were elected were the people who gave the very most in the cooperation game. And so the study concluded by saying when people see you give, or when they see you serve, they automatically view you as a leader. You're influential in their eyes. They're somebody that you look up to, and you say, I want to be like that person. And so it increases your influence and your leadership when you serve.
It's great this holiday season. As parents, we want to teach that to our kids, and we think we're doing it just by helping them to give and benefit other people, when in reality, we're the ones who really can benefit quite a bit from as well.
It's very reciprocal.
Thanks, Ty. Thanks for sharing with us.